Hello everyone, Roy has here, and welcome to a short video about my home lab. It's just like a sort of tour. So I'm a computer nerd more or less, and my space is a little bit limited in my flat, so maybe at one time I will have enough monies to get into a newer, bigger flat. Anyways, but this is my home lab, and I'm running game servers and stuff like that. Just let me explain stuff. So over here is like a regular patch panel. I've bought this off eBay. It has RJ45 jacks on each side, so it's easy to patch. It's a Cat 6 even, and it runs totally fine, like for years now. And yeah, I've got those covers. I like those things. I don't know why, but cover. Yeah. So great. Patch panel. Over here is something to organize cables, like many things, like this one. I've took apart a rack from a customer, and I said, hey, do you need this stuff anyways? I could need that, and he was totally fine. Yeah, take it with you. Go ahead. Take it. So yeah, cable management, really nice. Over here's like a small TP-Link switch. And we can focus, right? No. So over here's the TP-Link switch, 60 port, but gigabit. It's smart managed. It before the firmware update, it lost its VLAN configuration. So over here, the first 4 ports are VLAN 16. It's like a public network. The other ones are like my private network. And for some reason, this switch lost its configuration. It wasn't even a power outage. One day I just like got IP address from the public LAN for no reason. DHCP, you know what I mean? Anyways, yeah. Firmware update and it runs fine, like for years now. Good. So much about that. It doesn't have a fan, but it doesn't get warm anyways. It's really nice. I like it. Down here is a TX100S6. I've got it for 90 bucks. From a local seller in München or Munich, Bavaria, and it's really nice. I've upgraded it like with 2 1TB hard disk drives. It says 250, but I just used the caddies for. Yeah, I used this one as a game server. I used this one as a game server. Sorry for the camera focus, it doesn't really like dark things. Anyways, yeah, backup hard disk drive. I do regular backups, but I need a 4TB one. My old 4TB backup drive, this one died. I don't know why it died. And what can I lose? I took it apart and the spindle was not turning at all. And the head was damaged. So yeah, whatever. It's a Seagate 4TB external hard disk drive. It died. Yeah, so this one has 2 1TB hard disk drives. Like here it's Seagate. Okay, Seagate. It's just enterprise grade. Enterprise grade. Yeah, 2 times 1TB in RAID 1. And so I've upgraded this to 16 gigs of RAM, and there's a really nifty CPU down there, if I can get it open. It's a workstation grade Xeon CPU. Come on. And yes, I'm grounded. I touched this chassis, so I'm grounded. So down there is a W... No, is it a W or is it X? I think it's an X. X34... whatever. But it runs really cool, despite having an X. X means like performance business. W means workstation on all the Xeons, and L means power saving. Yeah, 16 gigs of RAM. This CPU, it's just a single CPU, single power supply, at least 80 plus. Yeah, but it's a nifty, nice machine, like Windows Server 2016. But currently I don't use it for something stuff. Whatever. Yeah. So. That's that. I wish I had just like a spare room for my server stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna screw that in. At least I have rails for this one. So, the next one, down here, is the Celsius W. Okay, the camera is really good at focusing. Thanks. It's a Celsius, I have no idea, W240-2. It's a Fujitsu Celsius. It's a workstation, but it has 4 times 2 terabyte. On a LSI RAID controller, it has 48-ish gigabytes of RAM, if I remember correctly. It has no indicator for hard disk drives. This one is a LED that I modded in to like see if there's hard disk drive activity. It has a nice indicator panel over here. Oh, there you could see the model number briefly. Yeah. Okay, it houses like 5 ARC servers and a little bit more file server, stuff like that. The 4 times 2 terabyte is in a RAID 5, I remember correctly. Just a bit of security, but not backup. You know, RAID does not provide backup. You know what I mean. Down here is a UPS, and I had like 3 servers running off this UPS, plus the switch, and plus like whatever, like I think a Wi-Fi range extender, and it has new batteries, and the load never went above like 1 LED, so this one is even what, like just 1500 VA. But yeah, I've replaced the batteries. I bought this with like 80 bucks with old batteries that I still have somewhere around. I've replaced the batteries, and this one runs fine. I can do a test. It's running fine. Yeah, it's not smart managed. I think there is an optional module for that, so you can smart manage this one, but I don't need that really. So that's the rack from behind. As you can see, there's the patch panel. Down there's the switch. Like there's a floor here, so to rest stuff on. That's the RX 100. Here's the Celsius. Yeah. Single power supply, but this one never failed on me yet. Okay, down there's the UPS. Yeah, it's a mess, but whatever. Do I have enough cable to pull this one out? I'd like to show this from the inside. Okay, here's the machine open. I totally forgot how dusty this thing is. Shit, I need to de-dust this one time. Ah, shit. But they are so expensive, those cans of compressed air. Anyways, here's 4 times 2 terabyte. For this one, I don't have the green holders. A Quattro graphics card. Over there you can see my bodge wire for the LED. This one's just the activity LED. Yeah. So that's just a fan to keep stuff cool, because the graphics card likes to run hot. I don't even need this graphics card, but yeah, it's there. LSI controller with the mod, LED mod, more or less mod, another network card. Yeah. Put that back in. With one hand, works really well. I don't think I can get this one out with one hand. Anyways, decked out, fully decked out memory. It's just like 8 gigabyte modules, but it can hold bigger ones, but 48 gigs is enough for this machine for now. Yeah, that's the X656, no, it's in Xeon X560. I think a 6-core, 2.6 gigahertz Xeon processor. Way more, like enough, you know what I mean, enough power. I really need to dust this thing out. But it runs 24/7. I mean, what do you want? So moving over to this server, this is like a test server with Oracle with a so-called AIS. I just like in another video I just like tested the hard disk drive, and as you can see it's failed. Yeah, coffee, man, don't get this cold. Best stuff ever. It's a Dell PowerEdge, you can see the service tag here. Dell PowerEdge 1950. 1 stands for 1HE, 9 for the series, and 50 for whatever series. Like two 100 gigabyte SSDs, Intel. In another video you could see it briefly. Intel data center grade SSDs, not just 100 gigabyte decommissioned stuff. And yeah, this one's currently under testing because I think it's damaged. As you can see, it's clearly damaged. Yeah, anyways, yeah. So, yeah, it has two, let's see. It has two Xeons 4530. I think it should be two. Is it two? Yeah, it's two processors and 12 gigs of RAM. I don't have, like, this DDR2 RAM. It needs to be registered, and ECC, I think. I don't have much of that. I don't have many memory sticks of that. This Windows version is not activated, but I just use it for testing anyways. And down here in the walkway, in the hallway, whatever you call that, there's my two other servers. Actually, it's three. Over there, behind it, that thing over there, you can briefly see it. There's another old, really old server. Okay, and out here, there's a DL380 generation 7. It has two L5340 CPUs, like low voltage one. They save a bit of power. There's a small UPS, a small decommissioned UPS with an okay-ish battery. Yeah. 4 15K 146 gigabyte hard disk drives. Those are SAS. 50K, like 15,000 RPM. In a RAID 6, I think. I'm not sure. Could be RAID 5. I should check. Then 300 gigabytes. Is it 300? Should be 300 in a RAID 5, and a standalone 600 gigabyte. Yeah, it's just like a 7.2K hard disk drive anyways. Yeah, if this camera could focus. Anyways, yeah, this is my production server. It runs 4 Atlas servers and 2 Arc servers, along with other stuff like some Hyper-V VMs for testing. I used to have this in my rack next to my bed. I could sleep, but at one time the fans, they sometimes like to spin up and spin down. I don't know, but this one is heating my hallway. Anyways, next to it is a Fujitsu RX300S5. Yeah, that down there is it. It's down there. You can perfectly see it because this camera is totally not focusing. Yeah, two 250 enterprise grade hard disk drives for the system. Those are enterprise grade. They still run. Like, how old are they? They are 2010, 9 years old. They still work. And down here, I think this should be 4 146 gigabyte 15K hard disk drives. Yeah, Seagate Cheetah. 146 gigs, I think is it. Yeah, this one used to be a production server for more Arc servers, but right now I don't use it anymore. Maybe I'll use it for something later, but I don't have enough memory for it. It currently has like 8 gigabytes. I need more. So yeah, if you want to send me stuff, I might set up a PO box so you can send me stuff. Anyways, that's cool. More stuff here in the entryway. There's like some rack stuff. Rack stuff is good. Yeah. Have a light. There's like some rack mount stuff. And more computer stuff in the boxes, along with the security camera. Oh, it's just hear that. It turned off the night vision. Turn off the lights. Yeah. And this one is a super old server. I got that from another customer. He said he decommissioned this one. It has space for 3 hard disk drives, but check this out. What sort of hard disk drives those are? SCA. Mother freaking SCSI. Yeah, there's a really old. I don't use this one anymore because it has like, I think DDR1. A really old Xeon processor. 2 gigs of memory. I'm not using this one. Also, it's super loud. This one you can, yeah, it's not so loud, but this one is super loud. Yeah, this is all my like home lab server business, but there's no UPS over here, and I'm too lazy to like buy a rack. I don't have enough space in my flat to even set up a proper rack. That's my issue. That's my main issue. I don't have a lot of space. And for all you lovely people that want to know what a server of this grade looks inside, over here is your backplane. It has houses. It's that space for 8 2.5-inch SAS drives, optical disk drive, 2 SFF8848, I think it's called, connector. That goes into a battery backed up. Focus. Into a battery backed up RAID controller. This one's on board, but yeah, it's still a good one, and it has a license for RAID 6. So that's it's in production right now, so I cannot really open it. Like, CPU's under there, and it's really cold. So I know it doesn't work with metal that good, but 32 degrees. It doesn't really work well with metal that good. But yeah, like 43 max, right? Use the power supply. Anyways, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, 2 low power Xeons, as I said, a lot of memory. 64, it should be 64. Yeah, a bunch of, I don't know why HP does that, but I cannot put in physically like 16 times PCI Express cards. You have to sort it off. I don't know why. Yeah, another one. I don't think I can pull that out while the server's running, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, as I said, backup battery, backed up thing, BBU it's called. Yeah. It's a really nice machine. I like that. And for the people that wanted to see the other server inside, that's the RX 300S5. So over there's the backplane again. You can pull this whole assembly out with the fans, if you can. I certainly seem to fail it right now. I like this one. I like this device, but it's quite loud. And as you can see, I only have a single 4 gig RAM stick even. It's just 4 gig. OMG. Yeah, SAS backplane back there, but it can also take like SATA disks. Mixed mode even. Mixed mode is really good. Yeah, fans, dual configuration for failover, dual CPU sockets, but I only have 1 cooler. Too bad. Its LGA is 1366, but unfortunately this server doesn't take like my Xeons, this X5650, the 6 cores. I don't know why they don't take the 6 cores. Dual power supply, but only one is populated, the other one is somewhere up here. Ish. It's somewhere. Yeah. SAS controller with the BBU. And that's it. Yeah, and there's the other one you saw earlier. The one with the SCA, or yeah, SCA hard disk drives. And let's see if I can somehow get this thing open. there's not really a lot to see. There's not really a lot to see. Single power supply, SCSI controller with additional memory, SCSI daughter board, more or less for the onboard SCSI. Fans, they're really loud. They are really loud. Yeah. Pin grid array, Xeon, really old stuff. I think I have a couple, but they are not compatible with this server. 2 gigs of RAM. This is DDR1 registered, I think. ECC RAM. I don't have that stuff. And a single CPU, which should be, I don't know, what could it be? I'm too lazy to pick it up. It still works, but it's too slow and not enough memory. And I don't have working hard disk drives anymore. They fail. So, and here is the inside of the Dell PowerEdge 1950. As you can see, this is the older SF48 or 848 connector. It has 2 of this type. I don't know the name of the connector, so, but that's the controller. At least it's, oh, look at this, a little bit misaligned. Is it? Oh yeah, even with the BBU, but the BBU I think is dead. Anyways, space on the back plane for 4 SATA or SAS drives. It can handle both at the same time. Yeah, some memory. 2 processors and 16 gigs of memory. It should be 16 gigs. I wish I had bigger memory sticks like 16 gigs modules, or 8, yeah, at least 8 gig, but they are DDR2 registered ECC modules and I don't have a lot of them. Yeah, a bunch of CPU risers, dual power supply, but the other power supply is outside on the walkway hallway. Yeah, this one's just my testing server. At least it has a license for some special stuff, which I have no idea currently what it is. Yeah. Yeah, so that's my test server. Defective old hard disk drives, they're like SAS, as you can see, they're SAS, they're SATA. I'm waiting for someone to pick them up and shred them, like I want them damaged, I want them defective, old SATA drives, and yeah, and SCA, this is serial attached SCSI, I don't know. SCA, and here's another SAS drive, all bad. And here is a little bit of my storage, like, let me just grab this camera real good. Yeah, over here is like my storage, additional hardware. I've got a bunch of spare hard disk drives, as you can see. Yeah, you can't, because this camera is really good at focusing. As you can see, some spare hard disk drives, a bunch of them, some spare SSDs, and a lot of notebook hard disk drives. Over there, some are brand new hard disk drives, like 2 terabyte, 3 terabyte, stuff like that. It all goes all the way down into the bottom of my shelf. And over here is like more. I don't even know where I got all those from. Like, there's so many 500 gig Seagate hard disk drives. This is like, they should be all 500 gig Seagate hard disk drives, and some of them aren't even opened or haven't been opened yet. But they're Seagate. I don't trust Seagate. We have a saying, Seagate or Seagate not. More or less German. Yeah, it goes all the way to the bottom here. That's all 500 gig hard disk drive. I don't know what to do with them. Yeah, and some external hard disk drives I picked up from customers before you could actually take them. And by now the law in Germany, it's like the EU DSGVO, whatever, Datenschutzgrundverordnung. It says basically you cannot pick up any, like from a company, you know, you cannot pick up any hard disk drives or stuff that stores data on them from customers anymore, even though you delete this stuff, right? So this is all old stock. Yeah, hard disk drives, backups of backups. As you can see, it says Datensicherung backup and another backup and so many backups. Yeah, I'd like keep stuff backed up. Over there are some server grade hard disk drives, more or less server grade Constellation. They are all tested. Yeah, so you get Cheetah and stuff like that. It's 73 gigabytes. Yeah, I've got a lot of server stuff. And over there, I think they are like old, really old, damaged ones. So yeah, and more external hard disk drives here. Yeah, moving down. Box of hardware. Some network adapters. SCSI, SAS controllers, RAID controllers, hard disk drives. No, hard disk drive not, but yeah. And more network adapters. Yeah, I collect stuff. If you have SLI bridge, if you have stuff to send me to test out or mess with, yeah, I collect stuff. More memory, some cables, adapters, stuff like that. Oh, what's this? DDR2 registered. 4 gig? No, it's 1 gig. Wow, can't test that away. Nobody needs that anymore. 1 gig. Yeah. Some more hardware. In my boxes, there's a lot more of that stuff, like graphics cards and sound cards, old sound cards. I need to clean this up at one point again here. I don't even know how I got all this stuff in here. So you can see I clearly failed to put that stuff in. Yeah, and over here, a box full of RAM. I don't even know where I got DDR4 from. I don't have the mainboard for DDR4. Where did I pick that up? So yeah, lots of memory modules. This is so tightly packed. I can't even remove stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, lots of memory. And some more memory over there. As I said, I collect stuff. Like this is, I don't know, DDR1, yeah, DDR1. I even have a mainboard for that. And SD-RAM, you can see by 1, 2, 3 prongs or connectors. Right, this is all memory. So, and in this box, there's even more stuff. Yeah, and don't mind about this address. That doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. CPUs. Tons of CPUs. Here's another X5650. I got that for a low price. 6-core. Another LGA 1366 processor. And there should be mostly the LGA Xeons. I don't think I have another like pin Xeon anymore. You know, before Intel used to have Intel Xeons with pins, CPUs with pins. Now they switched to LGA. Yeah, and a modded graphics card, AGP. Does anyone of you remember AGP? Wow, those were the days. Yeah, switches. In another video I used some of the switches for a little experiment. Or routers, that is. Most of them are routers. So, and in here there should be more CPUs that I picked up somewhere. Those are Athlon 64. No one wants these anymore. I tried to sell them, but no one really needs them. Yeah, and some CDs, another SSD. Oh, here, even more processors. But this one is really old stuff, like Pentium 4, Pentium 3 Celerons. A rare 800 EB with like 433 megahertz frontside bus. Yeah, this is really old stuff. maybe for gold or something. And down here is like another hardware storage business. Notebooks that I picked up from customers. I think this one should be my Wi-Fi penetration thing. It's hard to open with one hand. Yeah, it's a Wi-Fi penetration. I call it penetration machine, but the battery is flat. Yeah, no, it runs. Oh, I didn't expect that. Yeah, this is it's called Backbox, and it's used for penetration of Wi-Fi. It has like, it includes some air crack suits, it's called. Anyways, over here is random graphics card, mainboard with a quad core Intel Core 2 Quad, I think, and 16 gigs of RAM. Who needs that stuff? I don't. GeForce 8600. Yeah, 8600 GT. This one is, I think, an Athlon 64 3500 plus DDR1 memory. Does anyone need this? I don't need it. Where can I put that even? And this one is empty. Screws, and in here is more hard disk drives. A NV200, I think. It's a Quadro with the. This one is really rare. That's not DVI. That's a, what is it called? MGA connector. It splits up into two DVIs. If you see this, keep it. They are rare. This is, I don't know, something. And in here there should be more hard disk drives. If I can get it out. Yeah, it's just like, fuck off. More hard disk drives. But old ones like IDE or parallel ADA. So, and more notebooks. Another notebook decommissioned from someone. It should work too. It doesn't. This one's even newer. But the battery is flat. That works. Another one. And I film this all one-handed. Yeah. Picked it up at a local store for 50 bucks or something without hard disk drives. Doesn't run. Battery is dead. And another of those like 9630. Doesn't run. Yeah, but it should work. Should still work. They're all cleaned up now. This little cupboard my neighbor actually built for me. I like it. Yeah, and the other stuff is like, I don't show you the other stuff, like here's an old server. Here's more network stuff down there. But yeah, I won't show you other stuff like my gaming setup. Nobody is interested in that. Yeah, so this is my home lab. Thanks for watching.